Remember that crazy JDM vehicle Gary Adams brought in here last episode, that spaceship-looking Delica? Well, he's back. He's done all the modifications that he needs to do on the vehicle, and now he's brought it back to us for us to do our magic. Jason's done an incredible job on the design, and I can't wait to see it done because Gary's gonna freak out.
Most of my cars that I've had done, they've been pretty much all wrapped. We've done little things painted where the guys at Media One will say, hey, this door handle, it's gonna turn out a lot better, last a lot longer if we paint it instead of wrap it. The Delica, wow, I mean, the body on that thing, I love it. I think it's really cool, but there's a lot of little integral parts that I think it's gonna hold up better if we go with paint, and I think it's gonna be a little easier in the long run. Still be a lot more prep. So I'm really curious which way they go. The cool thing is I know they're gonna go the direction that's gonna last me the longest and hold up the best.
Yeah, we deliberated a lot on whether or not to vinyl or paint on this truck. When you go from white to black, it shows, all the white underneath shows, and there's only so much you can do with the vinyl. So the paint was the more viable option, especially with how curvy the vehicle is, with how many body lines and panels there are all over it. The paint really will have a much nicer finish than what we could do with vinyl.
It took a little longer than I thought, sourcing some of the parts and some of the modifications that I wanted to do, but we made a lot of really, really cool changes, even more than what I originally planned, and now we're ready to bring this thing in and really get this thing going.
So last time we saw this truck, Gary had just gotten it. He was real excited. He's done a ton of work since then. The lift kit obviously is done, bigger tires. You can see we're into the prep work for the paint now. We've got it all sanded. The next step will be to mask off the glass and tires so that all that's showing is body, so we can spray it matte black. After we've got the paint on, we're going to come back with glossy graphics on top of the matte black so you get that nice contrast between matte and gloss. And the graphics are going to be great, big, oversized graphics, orange and white that say natural instinct dog training.
Now, when I brought it in the first time, Renee and Saul were already all about it. We've done a lot of modifications. I'm a little concerned that I'm gonna even get this thing back from them.
Oh man, I love this thing. Whew! I love Japanese cars. Love them! I actually don't know how to drive on the right side. Well, we gotta be leaning over to hit the center of the rooftop, and because it's so tall, we could be hitting it. So what we did is we covered the sides and we painted the rooftop first, waited for it to dry. Now we're set to paint the whole complete van.
So we got the Mitsubishi Delica here, and we're prepping it and putting the final touches on it. We got the windows covered up. We're doing some final sanding. Right here, my buddy Saul is using some 320 to smooth out some of the imperfections that it has on there. And we're going to take some sealer primer and we're going to put it on the areas where it's needed. And then we're going to put 2 coats of Matthews Satin Black, and we're also going to put 2 coats of the Matthews Satin Clear on it. And it's going to look beautiful. Stay tuned. This is a really cool vehicle. It could have been wrapped, but it really needed to be painted. Yeah, it has all these shapes, these nooks and crannies, and all these curves, and I think that with the spray gun and the paint, we can get into areas that maybe the wrap couldn't get into. And especially with a white vehicle, and we're spraying it black, we want to make sure that we get a good coverage. So we made sure that we had a 50% overspray, so you cover your spray pattern. When you put on the next spray pattern, you want to cover 50%. We put 2 coats of the Matthews Black, and then we put 2 coats of the clear. If there's something that you're not happy with, you fix it before you put the last clear coat on it. I think it's amazing. It looks beautiful.
So the background oval in this logo design was very much inspired by Paul Walker sort of Fast and the Furious graphic. This was born on the Acti. It had a bunch of sliced pieces, but with an oval shape to kind of encompass the logo. And then, of course, Gary's signature branding, the dog running. We also went with a much more modern, legible font style, a little bit more blocky, a little bit more chunky, give it a much more modern look. There's a couple of little things that's going to get some carbon fiber accents, and we're going to do a gloss racing stripe right down the hood, right on the right side of the hood, because that's where the driver is. Typically that's where your off-centered racing stripe goes.
All right, y'all, the moment of truth is here. The paint job is done on the Delica, and we've got the wrap installed. We've got it all put back together. It's all detailed. Now Gary's here for the reveal. Let's go check it out. Oh my goodness, who is this?
That's Steve.
Steve.
Steve, are you ready?
What? Oh,
Yeah.
hey, buddy. What's
That's
going
unbelievable,
on?
yeah.
What is this? It's crazy. So Steve's a husky.
Yep, he's
obviously.
a husky, actual
Yeah.
rescue.
Right.
Yep, he
really?
came from South Florida. He was actually on the euthanasia list.
What?
Apparently he's human aggressive, so you might want to watch out.
Lord. No, you are not. I don't think so. So, how old is he?
He's going on 3 years old now.
Oh, okay. Wow, really?
He's here to approve the van, so we got to see how it goes.
Oh, you're the guy that's going to tell us that the van is good or
yeah.
not? All right, that sounds good. So if he doesn't approve of the van, is he just going to like pee on me or something, or is he going to rip my throat out? Well, I mean, I got to be...
Well, we've done a lot of training, so we'll see. We've been
All right,
practicing
Steve,
this moment.
Are you ready to go? Come on, let's go take a look at this thing.
All right, let's do this.
Steve, come on, Steve.
We're going this way, buddy.
All right, here we go. All right, you guys, are you ready for this? Come on, check it out.
Wow. Steve, look.
Steve,
Did you see the
what
van,
do you think,
Steve?
man?
Steve, do you need to try it?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's a good sign.
oh, look, did anybody notice that he's black, white, and orange? Like he
Well,
matches the van?
Of course. That's the way it's supposed to be.
I didn't even notice that. That's
Yes.
crazy. Steve,
He's
what
on
do
the
you think,
clock.
man?
I think he likes it.
That's amazing.
This is
Tell
awesome.
me about this van.
Man, I mean, I'm looking at it, and there's so many little details. This is amazing. Steve likes it, and he approves.
And it's a 100% different truck.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
We
it
really
doesn't even look
transformed
the
this
same.
thing, yeah. All right, so putting this back together, we had one question. What the heck is this thing here?
It's an awning.
An awning.
course.
So that unzips is from Ford's Motorsports. It unzips and it just comes out. It comes all the way out to here and wraps all the way around the front of the van, like opening an umbrella.
Really?
5 minutes to set up, 5
Very
minutes
cool.
to tear
Now,
down.
is that something standard on this van?
No. The
No.
only thing standard, it had a little bit of a lift, and
Yeah.
that's it. So the things that I've done in between when I was here last
Yeah.
time, bigger tires, put an Ironman 4x4 lift on it, so it's got a 2.5-inch lift.
Nice.
The racks, the awning, the snorkel up around the front.
No, what do you mean snorkel? This
You
thing
know what
goes
a
in
snorkel
water?
is? Yeah, well, when you're
What?
going off-road, if you get in deep
What?
water, you don't want to take water in the motor. So,
What?
you got a snorkel. So you
That's
can
crazy.
get water line all the way up past where your engine is, because it's all sealed. It'll keep right on
Ridiculous.
running.
That's crazy.
Oh, the stripe looks great, Jason.
Come here, you guys. I want to tell you something about this. And this is the difference between us doing this as a matte black wrap and us
Yeah.
doing it as a paint job, because there were so many intricate little details of the van, right? Look at this grill. You got all this detail in here, and look up here. Like, this is stuff that we would have never been able to wrap. So having that option to do the paint work all down in here, all down in the bumper, in these deep indents, makes a huge difference on whether we paint a car or whether we wrap it, right? Love that.
So what you don't see here is any white, and I think that's one of the greatest advantages of painting is there's no white showing at all. This is now a black truck. It used to be white, it's black now. Every last nook and cranny.
It's
good point.
really black, and it looks good.
It's a good point. And it's really nice because we've come from the painting industry, right? We've been painting cars for 37 years. And when wraps started to come out about 30 years ago, we said, man, we got to get into this, because we were one of the first people to actually do wraps. But to have the option or the difference to do a paint job or a wrap job, to have that flexibility, I think really lends itself to customization.
Yeah,
right?
we're doing
Yeah.
custom automobiles, and it's good to have that flexibility.
Yeah, And of course it's cool when you ask the client, oh, I came here to get this truck wrapped. Would you mind if we painted it? Because paint is much more of a permanent situation than wrap is. So the client has to be good with that. You know, they have to, hey, I'm okay, I'm gonna leave it black.
Parts for me before that would be better, that would hold up longer because we painted them instead of wrapped them. It's the first vehicle, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah. Great,
absolutely gorgeous.
I love it. I love it.
So I was kind of concerned about this side. I mean, you know, all the little pieces and parts, but then this has got the sliding door.
Yeah.
So just the way everything tucks in, the lettering, all of that, I was really concerned.
Yeah, and we were concerned too. This is a high concentration of body lines. They're crisscrossing in every direction. You have the addition of the slide door and an additional handle too. So we did some clever positioning of our graphics to try and minimize the indentation of the handle, and really the paint saved our butt on all these body lines. It went into the door jambs and it completed the
read the
look
lettering. That's awesome. I love how you went around the fender flare. That just it's a little more pop.
Yeah, these super graphics. It looks cool when they go up and over stuff. It's the oversized effect.
It fits so well. I mean, God, the handles, the details. I mean, this is perfect. It could not have imagined it any better than it is.
This is all one layer of vinyl too. We digitally printed the white and orange together so that all we had to do was lay down one layer.
So that's not...
No, it's not two layers over each other. Yeah, you would be able to tell if it were two layers over each other. You'd feel the orange vinyl underneath the white vinyl.
So it's printed together and then all individually cut.
Right, that makes it a nice, smooth...
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Wait. Talk about details. Now check this out. So we got this whole thing wrapped and we got painted up. It looked beautiful. We put the rack back on it. We got this hinge thing here, this bracket thing, it's black. And then it comes back here, it's black too. But that's where the wrap is, orange. So what did we do? We painted it to match the wrap. What a little detail that makes it that much more custom.
That would have been a big chunk. No, that, I didn't even notice that. I walked out and was just like, there's the graphics. That's perfect.
It's great. Love it.
Every one of your cars that we've wrapped for you, you've always done a cool photo shoot afterwards. I've got some really cool photos of the wraps we've done for you. Some of my favorite stuff. What are you going to do with this one?
Well, you know, with some of them, because, you know, 2 of those cars went to shows. I mean, they won multiple trophies, but in that whole car scene, got this one friend of mine, she's a really good car model. She's done photo shoots with the little tiny van. She did photo shoots with the Mini Cooper. We've also already got set up. We've got a whole camping type thing that we're going to be doing when she comes back into town. So we've got a photo shoot with this one too.
All right, all
can't
right.
wait.
Easy there, Jason. I just hope she doesn't overshadow our paint job.
Okay, so what do you guys think of the vehicle?
We absolutely love it, don't we, Steve? This is going to be perfect. This design, this build's one I've been working on for a long time. I've wanted for a long time, and the guys really, really went over the top.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see the reactions you get going down the road, because it was cool when it was white, but now, like, I'm thoroughly impressed. I did not think it was going to turn out this good.
And what's really cool is I'm actually, tomorrow night, there's a big JDM car meets, Legends Orlando. There'll be 100, 200 cars there, but then the venue they're going to be at is actually Dezerland Park down in Orlando. So it's right on I-Drive, huge venue. That's going to be the big reveal. We're already going to be putting this thing front and center at that show. This is going to be amazing.
That's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to see that footage, and we cannot wait to show it to you guys, because we're going to give you a little taste. The Delica looks amazing out in front of Dezerland Park. And that place is insane. It's 800,000 square feet, and it's Florida's largest indoor attraction. They got a trampoline park, pinball and video game arcades, a bowling alley, golfing, axe throwing, bumper cars, an amazing collection of vintage cars from around the world in their auto museum. And they just opened a James Bond museum with the largest collection of cars, aircraft, and memorabilia from the films. Plus, they have a kick-ass go-kart track. It's the ultimate man cave for the whole family. Oh man, I have to battle Rick on those golf carts, and then I can kick his butt like I did on the mini bike challenge. And if you guys never seen that episode, click right here so you can relive the massacre. Thank you for watching. See y'all next time.